Hello, I'm Jim Venata from Hawkinson Market. I'm the owner. I've been here for 26 years.
I'm Justin Venata, his son. I will be taking over next.
At Hawkinson Market, we are a pizzeria tap room. On a daily basis, we'll make 50 to 100 pizzas, calzones.
We have a kind of a refined selection of craft beer, especially from Southwest Washington. Really pride ourselves on supporting that industry.
Excellent craft beer.
You have to use quotation marks when you say the town of Hawkinson. Hawkinson doesn't have a governing body. It's basically a school district and an intersection with a few buildings, Hawkinson Market being one of them. Day-to-day basis, we see our people we know, people we've grown up with. We get to see children start out coming in as babies, and throughout the years, we see them go through school, coming in, and sometimes they end up working for us, which is pretty fun.
Or bringing in their own children.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy. We've made a lot of big changes here, especially with, when I started full-time, you had 6 employees?
Probably.
Now we have 13. We've a higher amount of turnover. We have to really stay on top of our game now, because in this fast-paced business environment, if I don't remember to do something right away, it might never happen. So, we just ran out of this. I can jump on the computer and order it and forget about it. That's it. I don't have to make a shopping list and figure out a time to go get it. You can kind of do those impulse buys for your business, and Amazon Business has helped with that. That is how I function. I can't find the time to do it any other way.
It's been very important. I ordered pizza pans yesterday, or somehow pizza pans disappeared. Who knows? And they'll be here in 2 days. I was very fortunate and was in the right place at the right time and was able to purchase the business. I moved my family here. Well, we're from Clark County, but we moved to Hawkinson. I live 2 miles away. Justin was raised 2 miles from here. And immediately remodeled the store inside and out because it needed it, because it hadn't been done in 25 years. And the community was really excited about it. They were thrilled that we were putting money into the business, cleaning up, making it look nice for everyone. We changed up the product mixes and that type of thing. It was a full line convenience store. We had a lot of stuff in this store. We had video rental. First big remodels I did was to put in a real deli, and we did deli sandwiches. We had a taco bar. We did tacos, burritos, nachos, taco salads, gyros, and we were increasing sales very dramatically. And then we got to the recession, and things went the other direction very, very rapidly. The door kind of slammed shut. I couldn't even afford to have an employee standing around making sandwiches. At one point, my accountant actually called me and said, "Jim, you realize you're not making any money?" And I said, "Mike, I'm here every day. I'm really aware of it." He said, "Maybe you should sell it." I said, "No, I'm going to tough it out." And fortunately, my wife had a good job as a school teacher, and we had rental income from the building. Is a large building. We have a set of suites for rent on the other side, and I was fortunate to have continual rental from some small businesses. And so we had some income coming in, but that income wasn't helping the business do any better. So I decided we always got a pizza every Friday, take and bake pizza. And I thought, well, I can do those take and bake pizzas. There has to be little waste to them. So let's give take and bake pizzas a try. So I started making I already had the deli set up, started making take and bake pizzas, and they got a little traction. not enough traction because sometimes I had a pizza left over, and I was like, well, I wish I could bake this off and sell it as slices. So that's what I did. I bought a pizza warmer, a little box oven, little tiny one tray oven.
Yeah, it fit under the counter.
Fit under the counter.
You couldn't even see it.
Yeah.
Where are they cooking the pizzas?
And started baking them off and putting slices in there, and people started buying them. So I was using Amazon, personal Amazon. I've had personal Amazon for longer than I even remember. I'm sure I can look at my account and figure it out. And I had started making many business purchases through my personal account, which was advantageous, but I would have to go through those purchases and separate them out in order to send that to my accountant, and so we could properly attach that to the books. And it was a bit cumbersome. And I was so excited when I saw Amazon had created a business and separated things out. And now I have two accounts, my personal account and my business account. And it's made things so much easier. The pricing is excellent. The variety of items, I believe, seem to be more tailored to businesses. It was just much easier to access things on there, and I'm pretty sure things come faster.
We'll have ideas for something, and we don't even know if the product exists. And it's not like we're going to drive to a store and go looking around asking people, hey, do you guys have this? I don't know if this exists. A few searches on Amazon, we find that yes, it does, and that we can afford it. And so we've had instances like that.
You have to figure out staffing. You have to make sure you have enough people here for you to leave the building and go get something when it can be delivered directly to you. It's easier and faster with Business Prime. Back when Justin was in college, I'd go and visit him, and there were a couple locations in his town that were very important to us in changing our business model. He went to one place that had converted old store into a tap room. And then one day, Justin says, let's go down and fill a growler. And I said, okay, great. And we start walking downtown, and he walks to a branded gas station. And I'm like, well, what are we doing? He goes, we're filling a growler. I go inside, and sure enough, they have a growler station inside a actual gas station. This is not a converted store. This is an actual gas station. Granted, it's a college town, but it's a gas station. And I immediately thought, well, if a gas station can do it, then I can do it. And so when I got back, I started the process of converting my office into what is now known as the tap room. And when we opened it, it was just this one 10 by 16 square foot room. And we brought an old hutch from home and for the glasses, and off we went.
After you added the tap room, didn't it open on a Memorial Day weekend or something 6 years ago?
Yes.
So it opens up. It's just one room with 5 stools at the bar, a table for 4, and then like 2 other stools up against the wall.
Yeah.
Just very intimate, small space, and so you kind of feel like you're in a secret. Like, am I allowed to drink here? Or like, I know this used to be an office, and now I'm having a beer back here. It had a really, really awesome vibe. And our customer base for that part of the business just became concrete. We were seeing regular customers return over and over again.
People in passing they'd be walking through the store, and they'd look and they'd go, do you have a speakeasy back there? What? Are you serving beer? What? And so we started gaining a whole new group of people started coming in once they figured that out. One of my favorite stories from the tap room is the multiple times that people had been sitting back there and they'd start talking, and a guy would say, oh, where do you live? He'd say, oh, I live up on 213th. And they'd be like, I live on 213th. I'm in the blue house. I'm in the green house. And they were literally neighbors. Now, keep in mind that people are on 2.5, 5 acres, so there's a little bit of distance, but still, they're actual neighbors and hadn't met each other until they set foot in the tap room.
There's people that fall in love at Hawkinson Market as well.
There are people who fall in love.
There
are people who got married after meeting at Hawkinson Market.
That's right. Nowhere on the outside of our building does it say we have a tap room.
That's right.
We virtually do not advertise our tap room
at all.
Maybe some social media stuff if we're having an event, but not. It's we've embraced this kind of hidden gem identity that we have.
There's no physical sign or painted information on the building that would indicate that we sell alcohol to go or you can sit down and drink a pint.
It was quaint and fun before, and then after the renovations, it really became a special kind of gem of a place to go to. You really feel like you're stepping into history. And it's evident. You can look at the floorboards and you see all these little black holes that were made from loggers' cork boots. They're spiked boots that they wore almost 100 years ago in this same store.
Hawkinson was founded in the 1880s, the late 1880s, by Finnish immigrants. And the original building on this site is the namesake for the town of Hawkinson. And it was a hub for the community from the very beginning. That's the kind of stores we like going to. We want to go to a store that's family-oriented, and people want to come there. They want to come and see their neighbors and friends and be able to have a good time. And so it's very important to us that we set up a family-friendly business. But it's been very, very good to us all.